Well, you never want to lose any home games, but especially if it's your last semester in the Farrell Center, you want to be really successful here. And obviously, the last game you definitely don't want to lose. But it's really exciting because we have a great atmosphere here, but we're moving even to a better venue and something that's hopefully going to help our team more. Unfortunately, this year we won't have as much practice time in there as we'd like, and we will in the future. But again, wave of the future, great home court advantage, fans on top of you. People are really going to be impressed with the design, technology, and just how they've put the pavilion together, and we can't wait for that. In the meantime, want to end things right with the Farrell Center.
Do you let yourself get nostalgic or sentimental or anything about the Farrell Center?
No, I'm sure when we get closer to the last game, maybe, but right now we got way too many practices and games ahead of us to get too sentimental.
How did the overseas trip go, friends? I mean, what did you kind of most take out of that?
Well, the reason you only get them one every 4 years, it's a big advantage. You get to put in some offense, defense. That extra practice time gives you a jump start on the year. But really the bonding and getting a chance to know your players when you're together on a trip like that, you're really able to forge relationships and do things that normally you're not able to do till you're in the middle of the season when you're on road trips together.
How excited are you to introduce these 4 new teams to the Big 12 this year and then 4 more the year afterwards?
A lot of transition in the next 2 years, but we've had the best league in the country for a reason, and that's top to bottom. There's no off nights, and with the teams that are coming in, it'll be the same thing. The commissioner did a great job adding quality teams that have good traditions in basketball and being in the Big 12. Hopefully that even grows over the years.
For you on that trip, obviously y'all only got so much court time.
Yeah.
But did anybody stand out in terms of just kind of like play, leadership?
Yeah, I think the 10 practices before really helped with that part of it, and really allowed people to get acclimated and allow us to see some different things and try some different things. As far as this new group, like most coaches right now, everybody really is excited about their team because you haven't lost a game yet. So there's a lot of positivity. At the same time, we like all the intangibles that this group brings. They've practiced hard. They've brought energy. They've been close. They like one another. And if those characteristics continue throughout the heart of the season and the ups and downs and the successes and adversities, we're going to be really good.
With that in mind, you talked about how much of an advantage getting that foreign trip is. Now that you guys are starting practice back up, what does that allow you to do maybe in week 1 that might be a little more advanced or forward than what you
Yeah, instead of putting in offense, you're reviewing offense. Instead of putting in defense, you're quick reviews, and then through the things you were able to experiment with, you're able to see what you want to continue to keep in and what you don't want to. So we were able to, again, try some things that we haven't tried in years past because of the foreign tour and because of a lot of new guys, just see what they were good at and what things might put them in more successful positions.
in terms of outside of Giannis, obviously, who we know is out for the year, any other updates injury-wise? Are you guys fully healthy coming into practice, or do you stand them?
Jacoby broke his nose yesterday, but other than that, we're okay.
Ouch. It may be way too early to ask this, but do you have an idea of what the identity of this team might be?
Again, until you really play games and the lights come on, you don't know for sure. And but so far, it's a group that likes one another, really competes hard, and if they continue to do that, then we'll be successful.
Sorry, in terms of that, is that just for Jacoby? Is it just getting used to a mask, or is that something that you guys are worried about him maybe?
Oh no, he'll get a stylish mask and look like an Avenger for a while, and he's a tough kid. If it's up to him, he'd be practicing today, but he'll be limited until that mask comes in.
Scott, obviously, the schedule came out, you know, the Big 12 schedule and stuff. I mean, when you look at that, I mean, you know, do you have thoughts? And, I mean, obviously, you know, it's the same teams, but.
Yeah, whenever the Big 12 schedule comes out, you're like, man, that's a tough schedule. But that's, again, what makes the Big 12 the Big 12. The thing that'll be a little different is getting used to not playing everybody twice and when you play them. And I know we're blessed because, again, when you're in the Big 12, there are no bad losses, but at the same time, there's no easy wins. So you get the excitement of each and every game is going to be a battle, and you got to bring it if you want to have a chance to be successful. And then, obviously, with the non-conference, we've always tried to play a challenging non-conference schedule. Our players want to play that, and our fans want to see that, and most of all, that gets us ready for what we're going to face in conference.
Is it cool for those guys to be able to play in some NBA arenas?
Oh, most definitely. Again, most of them, since they began playing basketball, aspire to be in the NBA. And when you have a chance to play in an NBA venue, it's really neat, and it's great from a standpoint of recruiting. Recruits want to know that you play in those kind of venues. As coaches, we're more excited about the competition in them and great opportunities for us.
No disrespect to, I guess, first game opponents in past years, but when you have Auburn,
Yeah.
game one, does that create an extra sense of, okay, we got to be as ready to go as we possibly are?
Well, and it definitely makes it easier with practices and conditioning and whatever, because everybody's excited for the season, but they know that first game you got to be ready to go. So Auburn's a team, Coach Pearl's done a tremendous job with them, and Final Four team, and a team with a lot of success. So it'll be a good test for both of us. Again, the NCAA doesn't punish you for playing good opponents, win or lose, so it makes it easier for us to schedule games like that.
What excites you about being back out on the court with this team specifically?
The excitement of so much newness. You got a lot of different pieces out there, and a lot of potential. And as a coach, you're always excited about working with guys that you haven't had a chance with, and just seeing how much you can improve them and help them. And again, each and every year is a blessing to be in college sports. The excitement that goes into it. I know we have a lot of pride in what our program has been built on, and the culture, joy, and just continuing to make that platform bigger each and every year.
Coach, I guess these next 5 to 6 weeks before the season, is there any kind of maybe virtue or kind of goals you're trying to accomplish in these practices before, especially a lot of new guys?
Well, I think goal number one is always don't get anyone hurt. Goal number two, though, is you got to find out what you have, and that's through competing. And when you compete, you do run the risk of injury, and that does affect you. So you got to have depth. But when you have newer guys, you got to do more 5-on-5, see who blends well together, who plays well together, meshes well together, find out your strengths and weaknesses. So we're excited for that. And then at the same time, praying no extended injuries, because when you do, then that makes it tougher to figure out rotations and lineups.
Was it fun to have Keontae and that little moment on the field the other day?
Oh, it was great having Keontae, Adam Flagler, Ish Wainwright, Jake Lindsey, John Hurd was here with his fiance. So a lot of Baylor former players in the house, which was awesome.
Coach, in terms of a guy like Ray J, how much, when he comes in, does he kind of just take everything in versus maybe leading on a team he's new on, even though he has maybe as much basketball experience as anybody else?
Well, I think it's easy to see why he's a successful player and a good leader, because like anybody, when someone comes in, you want to see what the lay of the land is, and then gradually establish yourself as a leader, and he's done that. I mean, he's done a great job in listening and learning from the returning players and the older players we already have in our program, and at the same time offer his insight, leadership, and wisdom and knowledge. So he's somebody everybody really likes and really gravitates to. He got an old soul, got an old man game, but everyone loves playing with him because he really can pass the ball, and it's fun being on his team.
Speaking of old man, I mean, how do you envision John's role on this team? I mean, he's made such an incredible comeback.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think each and every day he's still trying to improve himself athletically. Coming in about 20 pounds lighter has made him a lot more effective. He's shooting it well, passing it well, and somebody that has adjusted how he works out, because he used to work out 3-4 times a day. Now, hopefully, he's cut it back to 1 or 2 times extra a day, just to make sure his body's not getting worn down. But he's a delight to have in practice every day. He doesn't. That's why he's called Everyday John. Never has a bad day.
With a guy like Miro, how much can you see a difference between him and maybe your average freshman, based on how much senior experience he's had,
Yeah.
playing against grown men in those type of international competitions?
Well, it definitely just coming off the World Cup, a lot of confidence. He not only played against a lot of NBA players and pro players, but had success. So he's somebody that he doesn't play like a freshman from the standpoint he talks like an upperclassman, competes like an upperclassman, carries himself like an upperclassman. And we're really blessed because with the freshman class, we have a lot of that. Jacoby, Eve, both of them are, along with Miro, are experienced players from the standpoint. They've been to a lot of all-star games. They've been to a lot of different prep environments and things that have given them competition that maybe a normal high school player doesn't receive or have opportunities to get.
Is this maybe the toughest non-conference schedule you've had?
Could be. As you know, you got to see how everyone finishes out, but definitely when we put it together, I think last year we had the 3rd overall toughest schedule, so we're accustomed to playing good schedules, and I know our fans like that and our players like that.